addiction, co-parenting, and a blended family. From incarceration to his musical career, Jelly Roll has been through a lot. But so have the moms of his kids. Here's what we know. Jelly Roll has been very honest about his past. He was first arrested at 14, then charged as an adult for aggravated robbery at 16. He served just over a year behind bars, then was jailed again at 23, this time for drug dealing. As he told Billboard in 2023, he was sure the rest of his life would be spent in and out of facilities. However, everything changed on May 22, 2008. That was the day that Felicia Beckwith, a woman he had met at a mutual friend's house, gave birth to their daughter Bailey Ann DeFord. Jelly told the magazine, "A guard knocks on my cell door mid-afternoon during lockdown. He goes, 'You had a kid today.' I was just irritated by it. Like, I've really f***ed up now." Initially, it seemed like Felicia would be left to raise their daughter on her own, as Jelly remained behind bars and grappled with the idea of fatherhood. As Bailey Ann told Bunnie XO's Dumb Blonde podcast in 2024, they moved in with Felicia's parents and her mom began dating someone else. At the same time, Jelly was transferred to an education unit where he passed his GED before being released. He first met his daughter on her second birthday, and they slowly built a relationship while she continued living with her mom and stepdad. Once Jelly Roll was released from prison, he began taking music seriously. He started recording and touring nonstop, and, as he admitted in his Jelly Roll Save Me documentary,
"I was a very less than present father."
At the same time, he was battling alcohol addiction, and when he was home, Felicia didn't want Bailey Ann spending too much time with her dad. Jelly said in the film,
"Bailey's mother made it hard on me at first. She made me go to court to even see her."
As a result, Bailey Ann was mostly with her mom.
I guess things were fine for the first couple years.
Sadly, everything changed by the time she entered first grade. In 2016, Felicia was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. After the diagnosis, she became addicted to prescription painkillers, which led to heroin. Her boyfriend was also using, which left a 6-year-old Bailey Ann to fend for herself. As Bunnie recalled, her heart broke when she and Jelly went to Felicia's home and saw Bailey Ann trying to cook dinner for her 2 younger cousins. Bunnie stopped using pills cold turkey, and Jelly was equally inspired to do better. He said in the documentary,
"It really helped me straighten my out because I realized how important it was for me to be there for her."
Soon after, he and Bunnie won full custody of a 7-year-old Bailey Ann. Bailey Ann had been living with Jelly Roll and Bunnie XO full-time for 4 years when her biological mom reached out to reconnect. Jelly welcomed her efforts and marked the occasion on Facebook in June 2020, posting a photo of them all together and writing, "I've experienced firsthand the impact an addiction can have on a family. 16 months ago, Felicia got sober in jail." He wrote how both he and Bunnie were happy to incorporate her into their daughter's life, and Bunnie even interviewed Felicia on her Dumb Blonde podcast. Jelly told fans, "It makes my whole family happy to see her battle her way out of the pits of addiction. Feels good to have her back to the normal Felicia we all know and love." Unfortunately, Jelly revealed in 2024 that his ex had relapsed. The singer spoke about how difficult it was on his daughter while testifying in front of the Senate Banking, Housing and Urban Affairs Committee that January. He told legislators,
"Every day I get to look in the eyes of a victim in my household of the effects of drugs."
Bailey Ann's biological mother reappeared in her life 2 days before her 12th birthday. As she recalled on a 2024 episode of Bunnie XO's podcast, Dumb Blonde, Felicia was clean, out of jail, and staying in a sober living facility.
She was doing the mom thing. It was pretty cool.
Jelly Roll and Bunnie were happy to let Bailey Ann rebuild a relationship with her biological mom, and so in 2022, 14-year-old Bailey Ann went to spend the summer with Felicia. Soon, things spiraled out of control. They started drinking together. Then Felicia bought her weed and eventually convinced her to try drugs. Recounting that day in painful detail, Bailey Ann said she had no idea her mom was using again until they stopped by Felicia's dealer. Then they pulled into an empty Dollar General parking lot, and her mom asked if she wanted to try the drugs.
And I ended up doing it because she's, like I said, manipulative.
Over the next 8 months, there was not a day Bailey Ann was sober. Fortunately, she decided to get clean so she could make the most of her freshman year of high school. Jelly Roll welcomed his second child, son Noah Buddy DeFord, in August 2016 with a woman named Melisa Cowell. While he didn't reveal much about Noah's mom, it was clear they were not together, as mere days after the post, he married Bunnie XO in a spontaneous Las Vegas wedding. That timeline may sound like a recipe for disaster, but the trio seems to be co-parenting smoothly, with Melisa taking the lead. While Jelly Roll has full-time custody of Bailey, when it comes to Noah, Melisa is the custodial parent, meaning she has primary physical custody and she makes most of the decisions. In an interview with Taste of Country, Jelly Roll said, "I try not to get in the way of what Melisa is building over there, and I never want to step on her toes. I want to just respect that boundary." Bunnie XO is equally on board. When she posted a video with 6-year-old Noah on TikTok in July 2023, it was with Melissa's permission. Jelly told Taste of Country, "He always goes on vacation with us, and we just always try to shoot around him."